You come to Riga for the architecture, but you'll leave dreaming about fried bread in garlic sauce.
Leave your diet at home, friend.
Today we're eating our way through 4 stops loaded with traditional Latvian dishes. From bread turned into dessert, to a dish believed to bring good luck, and a liqueur locals swear can cure anything.
It's very good.
Very similar.
To see how a country this small created comfort food this big.
Just outside of city center, you will find Kūkotava, an absolutely beautiful bakery serving up some really great traditional eats. And we want to start our day with a little bit of sugar. Sugar breakfast. So we got a medus huka, which is a very traditional cake in former Soviet countries. It's layers of honey sponge cake with a soured cream and then some walnuts. It's almost too pretty to eat, but emphasis on the almost. So it's very honey forward, but not in like a sweet way. It's got that honey flavor, but the soured cream is not sweet, so it really balances that. And you have a little bit of that nutty walnut. Normally I don't like walnuts, but it's not overly strong. It's actually a lot less sweet than I thought it was gonna be, and it's really, really good. Very soft and really well balanced for a cake. Now we have a Black Riga, which means Old Riga or Old Town. This is, I think, like a cream puff filled with like a curd or cottage cheese. I'm gonna try and cut it in half and see what happens. I love cottage cheese, like so much. Normally I don't like cream puffs, but this is like the Latvian version. You can taste that it's cottage cheese. It's got that tang. It's not overly sweet, and it doesn't have like the whipped cream texture that normal cream puffs do. And the outside is a little bit more like chewy and less crispy, which I really like. I actually like this better than the honey cake. They're both really, really good, but this is really balanced and it is a little bit less sweet. So I feel like it's a little bit more like breakfasty, and the other one's more like, maybe more of like a dessert for after dinner. Both really good. If you only have a short time in Latvia or Riga, you should definitely come to Lido. This is kind of like their buffet chain. You'll find them all over city center. We came to the flagship one outside city center because it's massive and it has the most amount of food. You will find just a huge variety of traditional Latvian food here, and you just go and kind of put it on your plate and pay by weight. We were very overwhelmed. We didn't know what to do, and there are so many options, but we settled on, for this course one, Latvia's national dish, which is gray peas and bacon. Apparently the gray peas bring some good luck. They remind me of chickpeas. They have a little bit of nuttiness, but they're not as soft as like a regular pea, more of that chewy texture of like a chickpea. The onions are really, really cooked well, and then it's cooked in bacon fat, so it has that smoky pork taste. I mean, if this is gonna bring good luck, I'm gonna be one lucky lady. That's good. In Latvia, and really Eastern Europe, they eat a lot of pork. So we got pork hock in lingonberry sauce. This one apparently won an award from Lido, so. Ooh, it's really juicy, it's tender. I probably should take a smaller bite. The lingonberry is a little bit tangy, a little bit sweet. It's got a little bit of tomato in there too. And there's some kind of, almost like a Christmas spice. It's very delicious. I like that. I think that would go really well with the gray peas. But we have to move on. Next up, they also do a lot of beets. I love beets. Tell us in the comments if you think they taste like dirt or if you like them. The beets are almost a little bit pickled, so they're tangy. And they have a little bit of sweetness and the earthiness, but that sour cream tanginess really blends it all together. That is how you should eat a salad, with sour cream, obviously. Almost last, we have solyanka, which is kind of like a borscht. It is a tomato-ish soup with usually pickled cucumbers or cabbage, some like carrots, and it's usually like a meat mix of like pork and chicken. It's got a spice that I actually don't know what it is. It's really good. The tomato is not super strong. It's got that little bit of that sour, tangy flavor, and a lot of meat and a lot of cabbage in there to really give it some good texture. So it's brothy, but also hearty at the same time. That's excellent. I love a good soup. And to wash it all down, we got kvass, which is very traditional. This is a fermented rye bread drink. Very low alcohol. It's kind of like kombucha, but it's like 0.1%. I'm not sure about a drink made out of bread, but it tastes like sweet, kind of beerish. I usually don't like beer, but I like this because it's like a very light beer taste. I actually like that. Who would have thought?
It's supposed to be good for the gut, right?
Yeah, and we've been drinking a lot of Latvian alcohol, so it's probably good to have some probiotics, Mom, right? And round 2. So we talked to a local. She said the most drank liquor here is beer, then cider. So we figured we should try some as well. It's very light colored, but oh,
Normally, I'm not a big cider person, but this honestly just tastes like straight up apple juice with some fizz. And I think I might not let Caleb drink that. I originally got it for him, but maybe it's mine now. But let's get on to the eats. So, pickled herring is very traditional up in any of the Baltic countries. And here we got some, I think it's in some sort of like berry or lingonberry kind of sauce. And we got some very traditional rye bread, little pickled onion situation. I'm gonna take a bite like a lady. Okay. If you don't like pickled herring, you might not like this, but this is really, really good. The bread is really like dense and chewy. It's got like a little bit like a molasses sweetness in it. And then of course you got some nice crispy onions. It almost tastes a little bit like, there's a vegetable that I can't remember what it's called right now. Fennel. It tastes like fennel. It's that a crispy kind of fenneliness that really balanced out that pickleness. We're making up words here today. And now let's get on to some protein.
What are you even saying today?
It's all about apple cider and kvass.
Straight to your head.
Straight to my head. But now we have a chicken cutlet. It just looks like a big meatball. Definitely dill, a little bit of parsley. It's super, super moist. Really, really crispy on the outside, but not too greasy. I was worried. Kind of tastes like a mixture of like a chicken meatball meets a chicken breakfast sausage. Very delicious. And last but not least, we have a crepe. They get crepes all over Latvia. This one is filled with meat. I don't know what kind. The sign said meat. So we will see. Looks like some kind of ground. I'm thinking probably pork, maybe a pork and beef and chicken mixture. The crepe has so much flavor. Crepe is actually excellent. Really soft and chewy. Cooked on the outside with a little bit of crispiness. It's delicious. Very, very tasty. Last but certainly not least, we need dessert. And this is a very traditional, sounds kind of interesting dessert. This is rye bread soup. Apparently it's made of sweetened rye bread with water, dried fruit, and some whipped cream. It's the thickest soup I've ever seen. I've never had bread soup, but we had bread liquid today, so let's continue on the bread train.
Looks like a pudding.
It does, but actually when you put your spoon in there, it's a lot more like liquidy than I thought it was gonna be. Like it is like kind of soupy, but also kind of puddingy. It's a mix. Oh, okay. This tastes like bread pudding meets fruitcake meets soup meets like molasses. It's got a really strong molasses flavor, and it does, because of the dried fruit, it does really taste a lot like fruitcake. Caleb loves fruitcake, so he's gonna love this. Super unique, not what I expected at all. Really delicious.
We wanted to mention that there's many Lidos all across the city. We went to one, the flagship biggest one, way outside city center. But there's also one right in Old Town if you don't want to walk out. And we actually think this might have been a better choice just because they'll be more used to tourists, and also it'll probably be a smaller selection because while we loved having lots of options, it was really overwhelming.
If you want a really traditional Latvian experience, you have to come to, bread. And you can try, beer's here. Perfect. Thank you. If you want a super traditional Latvian experience, you have to come to Folklabs Ala. The super cool, vibey beer cellar / cave. They make their own beer, they make their own moonshine, they make their own cider. I am trying some Latvian wine. It's actually blackcurrant. They do a lot of fruit wines here.
So this is also traditional. It's chokeberry cider. So hopefully I don't choke.
But
It's actually it's really nice, a little bit tart. Oh, and I like it. I'm a fan.
And then we have a beer platter. So a really traditional beer snack, or just kind of any kind of time snack. Leave your diets at home, friends. This is very fried, but so good. The outside's crispy. The inside is nice and chewy and tender. That garlic sauce is like punchy in the taste buds garlic, which I love. I see how this is a beer snack. You have a couple beers, and this goes down really easy. Eat one.
Oh, wow.
Aren't they good?
Yeah, that's freaking good.
Stretchy pants required.
Yeah, that's fried to the max. That's good.
That bread. I mean, you fry a shoe. It's probably good.
Have you tried a lot of shoes or something? Because you're always
That's always my scenario.
what's your go-to?
I don't know. I've eaten a lot of shoes in my life.
So fry a shoe.
I had a hard upbringing.
Times are tough.
Move on to the smoked meat. It kind of looks like bacon. You can see there's the fat around it. I bet it'd be really good on the beer or on the bread, but we'll try a little bit by itself. It's a texture of ham, like Christmas ham, but the flavor of bacon. Because it's really smoked and it has that layer of fat on the outside. Bet you it goes really good with some blackcurrant wine. So the blackcurrant wine, it does taste like red wine. It's a little bit sweeter and does have a little bit of like a fruity note. I'm usually not a red wine person, but I really like that. Last but not least, cheese. I'm not gonna bother with the vegetables because you're on vacation. Do you need a vegetable? It's a very simple, just soft white cheese. Doesn't have a ton of flavor, but there's kind of like a peppery, dilly outside that adds a little bit. But paired with all the other flavors going on here, it's a really good addition. Our eyes may have been bigger than our stomachs, so we're already kind of full after our beer platter, and then we got this beast of a plate. But we are trying some traditional Latvian meatballs. Ooh, barely need to cut it, so you know it's juicy and tender. That gravy does have a really nice tomato. It's really creamy. It's got some kind of fresh herbs in there too, so it doesn't feel so heavy. And then it's definitely a pork meatball because it's giving me kind of like sausage vibes. It's very rich, juicy, flavorful, and it's got kind of that like breakfast sausage spice. I mean, you could eat a lot of those. Delicious. So traditionally they do potato pancakes, but they add a little bit of carrot. They're very thin. You can see that, see the thinness. Crispy. And we got them just really simple with sour cream and lingonberry jam for a little bit of kind of sweet and tart action. They're so thin, which means the outside is like so crispy and the inside is really just chewy, soft, tender. And sour cream is really tangy. That lingonberry is sweet, but also tart. And just all together with that little bit of the sweetness from the carrots. I love that. Most potato pancakes don't have that natural sweetness, and that pairs really, really nice with the lingonberry.
To open it, it's a much simpler, specifically mechanism. Think things like Dexter's Laboratory, Batman the Animated Series.
Am I supposed to just touch them? What am I supposed to do?
I don't know.
Pull books.
It's actually my first shift, so I actually have no clue.
I feel like I have to be a book.
Well, honestly, a bit on the colder side, like the Arctic Pole cold. So say.
Wow! Wow! Go down to the black magic lair. I'm scared.
Fire slow, and then we can begin. Oh my god!
There's a ghost in the
I was not expecting
That's
that.
scary.
Before any important gathering, we both, so to say, typically like to start things off with a spirited drink, so to say. That is the so-called topic of tonight, the original Riga Black Balsam. The balsam in itself is a form of digestive in a sense, and the thing that gives balsam its so-called famous digestive properties is this ingredient which I have in my flask. This obviously is ginger. Dear guests, please try some. Cheers. Oof. Rolls. If you are not the biggest fan of heavily spirited drinks and find the taste of the original balsam a wee bit overwhelming, aside of black coffee, which you conveniently have on your plate, or coffee with milk obviously, afterwards goes a long way. It dates back to the 1950s when in Latvia we don't really actually say cheers as much as some people would like it to. We actually say prieka.
What?
Prieka.
Rieka.
When you speak, let's say you say in Latin cheers, you say it confidently. As long as you're confident in your words, another native speaker will support you.
Freaka.
That was very good.
Prika?
Kinda. No worries.
Prika.
We still have 4 more drinks, so we'll get there.
You'll get better.
Exactly,
Yes.
exactly. Universally, it is known that balsam is a product that contains 24 different herbs and spices.
It's like
Now, since the tasting has been promised to be one cherry balsam. Now,
Cheers.
Prost.
Prost.
Prieka.
Prost. Prieka. Cheers.
Cheers. Sláinte.
American Slanja. Is that Latvian?
No, that's Irish.
Oh.
Well, actually, Gaelic.
What's Latvian?
Prieka.
Oh, duh.
We just said that.
I had too much balsam. I'm cut off. I have a new job. That is delicious, though. Oh, really?
It is. It
That's
is
very good.
very
I like
similar and going up again.
Wow.
It's a little much better. We do have our own in-house chocolate factory. And as you can see, I opened up the box and some of the chocolate.
There's no chocolate.
Tap the box 3 times.
This is my finger?
Hopefully. Eins, zwei, drei. And let's see if that
Wow.
works.
Oh,
Oh.
Well, what a way to end the night. I have to say, I'm pleasantly surprised that Black Balsam was actually delicious. If you have more time or you just need some things to do and some more things to eat when you're in Riga, make sure you hit like, subscribe, and check out our one-day Riga foodie itinerary.